Hey, what is up guys? Jay here, back at it with another e-scooter. We are talking about the iSinwheel S10 Plus. This is a $450 value scooter from iSinwheel.com. They went ahead and reached out to me and said if I wanted to review the products, and this is not the first one. This is actually my third e-scooter from iSinwheel, and I haven't been disappointed yet. So this one in particular has a maximum speed of 21 miles an hour. It has a maximum range between 30 and 38 miles. It comes with a 42 volt, 15 amp hour battery. The motor is a 750 watts. It comes with 10-inch pneumatic tires. It is water resistant IPX4. It does have a 5 to 7 hour charging time. It weighs only 42 pounds, so this is going to be very easy to transport. And it comes also with EABS, which means electronic braking. It has front drum brakes. It comes with an application, and it has a max load capacity of 264 pounds. So let's continue here with our unboxing and assembly, and we will test it and see if this is worth it or not. Stay tuned, guys. And of course, now we are dealing here with the application. Super easy to set up. You can do things like the cruise control. You can also set up the start mode if you want it to 0 or 90, which means that you have to kickstart it. And yeah, it is a very easy to navigate application. Not a lot going on this particular setting. We can adjust the levels, and you can also do this directly. So we have the left lever, the right lever for the EABS, and the throttle here. This latch is for when you fold it, and to start it, just press the button, hold it for about 3 seconds. So these are our turn signals, and they come with turn signals on the rear as well. We have the right turn signal, and of course we do have a headlight which is quite bright. To set up the speeds, just double click on the power key, and you can see that M, the red one, that's the maximum speed. So you have 4 different speed levels, and if you click it 3 times, it changes from kilometers to miles per hour. Here we have our little saddle, which is super convenient when traveling, guys. Well, we are ready. Let's get this thing started. Very easy to do. Just press and hold for a few seconds. It should come on like so. And so right now we are on the maximum speed, but of course we will just set this up to the lowest speed, which is the walking speed, and we're going to start with that, guys. As usual, we will do a speed test, braking power, hill test, and many others, of course, like we always do. So anyways, this is the walking speed, and I did attach here my GPS speedometer, which is my phone, and this is just like crazy. I understand that walking can be a little slow, but this is like almost losing complete balance. So as we are riding, now we switch it up to what they call the M mode, but this M mode, it's in white color, which means that you can do like 10-11 miles an hour approximately. So right now we are doing exactly 10 miles an hour, and it might be a little bit hard to see right now because this is a little dim, and I'm not sure if my camera can capture that, but the speedometer is actually perfect, like we have seen with many recent iSinwheel devices, which is nice. So now let's go ahead and switch it to the green one. And I say the green one because the M changes color and it doesn't say 1, 2, 3. So now we are on the green. So we started on walking speed that was about 3 miles an hour. Then we had the white M mode that was about 10 miles an hour. And this is the green. This would be mode number 3 if we had numbers. And then this one is taking us here to about 14 miles an hour, which is what we can expect. So it is very well splitted, if you guys ask me. And of course we have the last mode, which is the red, and boom, this one will take us up to like 21, 22. My stepson, he's really lightweight, and he can do up to 24 miles an hour on this scooter, but he's only about 120 pounds. I'm 214 pounds as we speak, And yeah, scooter says 20. GPS speedometer momentarily said 19. But yes, guys, the maximum speed that I was able to do was 21 miles an hour, which I think is quite acceptable, especially at the price point of this scooter. That feels quite fast when you are on sidewalks or on the side of the road. Something I have to say about the iSinwheel S10 Plus is that it is super comfortable. I think a lot of it has to do because of the handle grips. They are very, very good in your hand. You don't feel like you're gonna ever get fatigued from this. And the tires, being pneumatic tires, even though we don't have rear suspension, it almost feels like you have some suspension on the back, and then when you hit bumps, it doesn't feel as abrupt, which makes it a very smooth scooter for the road. Right now, let's do a little stopping power test here. And yeah, keep in mind, guys, that these are drum brakes on the front, and on the rear we have this lever which gives you the illusion that you are using a mechanical brake or something of that nature, but this is only for electronic braking and it's not very aggressive. So yeah, you're only stopping with the drum brake, and that took quite quite a long distance. I would say at least 25-30 feet to come to a complete stop at 20 miles an hour. Now this scooter right here, now that we are on the red mode, which is the maximum speed, it does have torque. So when you hit the throttle, you don't get that delay as I've seen from other scooters. This one is actually quite responsive, and it makes you feel like you're lightweight. So this is where I usually try to complete some off-roading. If the terrain is hard, meaning that you're not on soft sand or soft dirt, you should be okay for the most part, because right now this is hard off-roading, meaning like the terrain is nice and hard, and I'm not having any issues going through it. As you guys can tell, as a matter of fact, I'm gaining speed as we go. Now as soon as you hit that sand or soft dirt, you will notice that it's not going to react as you want it to, guys. Anyways, we are about to do here a steep hill test. We have a little bit of momentum, but not a whole bunch, and I can tell you guys, for 36 volts, it is far more impressive than many scooters that I've tested recently, guys. I mean, we're doing 9-10 miles an hour, and I didn't have that much of a momentum, which again, that says something about the scooter. I'm telling you guys, it is a super smooth ride, and it just feels like you want to keep riding it for long periods of time. So here we are doing a little bit of gravel, but it's kind of wet because we just had a strong rain not too long ago. Well guys, now we're going to talk about the cruise control. To activate it, you have to go in the app and you have to press here. It'll give you a warning. So right now it's off. If I turn it on, it kind of tells you to be careful, because some people forget about the cruise control. Now you have to be careful when activating this feature, guys, because of the fact that if you're not ready for it to do the cruise control thingy, then you might end up crashing. So right now here, you guys can probably see that the cruise control is active. I'm not holding the throttle at all. I'm pretty sure you can see that right here. And we are doing about 20 miles an hour, which is quite fast. And it'll stay like this for a little while until you decide to either press any of the levers. So we have the EABS. If I press it quickly, I can feel it on the speed. It did cancel it. As per the lighting on this scooter, it's actually quite normal, I would say. The nice part is that on the front, the headlight, you can adjust it up and down, which is something that certain scooters kind of have set up, and you can't really change them, and sometimes they are pointing too low. And so with the iSinwheel S10 Plus, you can actually customize that, guys. Also, you have a tail light, and it works fantastic. My little complaint here is that we don't have directionals here on the rear. Sorry guys. So we don't have directionals, we only have them on the handlebar, in which are also kind of hard. I mean, for you it's fine. Let me turn them on. So right here you guys can see that for my own view it's kind of cool, and for people looking at me sideways, but they are hard to see from the front, and the same thing for the rear. So the turn signals are not the greatest on this particular scooter, but at least they're there. After a long ride today, and I'm talking about 7-8 miles in total, the scooter is still holding great when it comes to the battery. Some things that I didn't like much, well, I think one of them is quite obvious, is the braking power. Only having a drum brake and not having a strong enough electronic braking on the rear made it a little bit hard to come to a complete stop. Also keep in mind that on the back it is 100% rigid, so we don't get any suspension whatsoever. But I guess this particular scooter is aimed more towards road and not off-road. However, we just witnessed that it is capable of going off-road if needed. So all in all, I had to get this scooter out of a 10, at least a 8, solid 8, just because of those minor inconveniences. Also, the turn signals could improve. Not much here on the front. I think these are okay, but on the rear we only have this tiny little light that is quite hard to see. And besides that, I think this is an excellent scooter for those of you looking for long commutes. It will do just that, with a total range of about 31 miles an hour, depending on your weight and the mode that you have it on. With this being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, comment, and share. Click on the bell icon so that you don't miss future videos like this. And I'll see you on my next one.